All right. So apologies in the loss of transmission. Had just some technical challenge. So I mean, so we have three archetypes, okay, and this is archetype one, two, and three. You need to pick the lane that fits you. You know whether you are the teacher or you are the operator or you are the connector. You know. So if you are the teacher, you know you sell courses, you have the cohort to you, you have the framework, you spend days writing, filming, you know, and all of that, or you are the operator. Sell is done for you for your services, and then content is just a referral agent for you, right? If you are just an operator, you get people to come as a result of that. Then when you are the connector, you know, sales access and your belonging, you build high value trust, you build high trust community where members find each other and so on and so forth. So you need to find where you really fit in. All right. So now let's look at part seven, and this we're getting to the end of this session, right? So this is where we're talking about the 30-day live challenge. You need to come live. You need to engage your audience, and this is the most actionable part of today's session. You know, and I want you to write this down. Okay. I want you to really write this down because this is the most important, actionable part of this today's session. So, l- uh, you know, go live every day. This is one sentence that I want to tell you. Go live every day for the next 30 days. Same time, same platform, or all for if you can stream once. 20 minutes minimum, no exceptions. Can just come up 20 minutes, engage your audience, and then you are good to go. You don't have to over plug it. All right. You just need to be there, you need to be punctual, you need to be on you know, when they are looking for you. Now here's how, you know, here's how the week breakdown should look like. Week one, you know, you become awkward, your audience will be tiny, and that's the point. You know, you are getting you know, the reps, so that is what is important. Now week two, you find your rhythm, recurring viewers, you know, viewers that have you know, joined your last session. Well, you'll have them recurring, they will be coming back, and they will start showing up, you know. So and you learn how they behave, you learn what they ask for, and it is through that interaction you get to understand what they really want, and then you give them what they want. Week three, your content will get sharper, you will start being recommended, people will be referring, you know, your session to others, and then you build a momentum, so the momentum will become built. Week four, that is when you have an actual community, when you are able to sustain getting people daily, recording you know, viewers daily for 1 good month, for 4 weeks, for 30 days, then that is when you have an actual community. You will get to have real names, real questions, real trust, so you build that community on your own. So that is very, very important, and that is fundamental. All right. So after 30 days, you will have something that money cannot buy you, and about 600 minutes of you will be on the camera if you are able to do 20 minutes every day for the next 30 days. So hundreds of clips you can repurpose, you can reuse, and you can just continue to take snippets from all of these different sessions and then continue to repurpose them, reuse them, you know, recreate them in various ways. And I'm going to use this session as an example, right? It's been recorded, and I'm going to repurpose it, reuse it, and you're going to see how it's going to work. So a small group of people who feel like they know you, you know, and a level of comfort on the camera. That's most what I mean. Creators will never reach. So 30 days. That's all. I give you this assignment for the next 30 days. Every day, 20 minutes. You're good. So let us now, you know, go on to part eight. You know, building trust before selling, and this is also important. This is the only currency that compounds. Build trust before you start selling. It is your only currency. It is your dollar. It is your pounds. All right. So trust beats every single time. You know, a creator with 3,000 engaged people who trust them out, and a creator with 3,000, you know, thousand who barely remember their name, or who barely recall what they do. So blend this into your strategy. You need to blend this into what you do, into your strategy. This is very important. Now, like I said, give, give, and give. It is only when you give, when you continue to give, then you can ask. This is the model that I understand about. So that's the reason. For everyone, for every one thing you ask of your audience, that's a purchase. A click, a follow, you should have given them 10 things before you ask them for like or for follow. you know give them things. Give them free advice, a free download, a free live session, a laughter, a piece of yourself. All of this matter. You need to engage with the community, right? For example, people that will practice this, I'm gonna do a giveaway. I'm gonna give you data. So those are some of the things that needs to be there. So you need to really give and give and give. It doesn't have to be monetary. It can be just compassion, right? Now, trust is built on three things, and that is one thing we need to understand. Don't miss anyone. You know, uh, and this, I mean, number one, consistency. They know when you will show up. That is, you are building trust. Transparency, they know who you are and what you stand for. That's the purpose. All right, so you need to be transparent with your audience. Then the results, your stuff actually works. When they are able to see results from you or from others, then they will understand that, oh, really, this thing really works. Okay, and your audience can actually prove it. You don't miss any of the three. So trust quietly leads. So you should not miss any of this. Now, getting onto the climax, part nine, the three income models. You can pick one, you can pick two, but don't pick the three. Okay? Never, never the three. You pick one, you pick two, and maybe, two, but don't select all the three. So that is very, very, very important. Let us now look at it. Now, model number one is the attention. Is the attention. You get paid for the eyeballs. When people continue to watch you, get paid for it. So that is the revenue we talk about, the advertisement, brand deals, affiliate marketing. So all of those things. So this works at scale, but you need volume and you need consistency to be able to get that. Honestly, it is the hardest part. At getting attention, it is one of the hardest part of this, but it is also the one most beginners chase first. And I say, don't chase attention. It's a wrong decision when you chase attention first. No, build. So this is one model. Model number two, audience. You get paid by your own people. Either you have a courses or you have ebooks, membership, product. This is the part for teachers or operators. Smaller audience, higher margins, and you have more leverage. Okay, this is where I point most of you. Most of you are around the audience, kind of model. So you need to pick two. Don't pick the three. The three do not work. Okay, but let us now look at model three. The third model is authority. Okay, you get paid for who you are. Actually, what type of authority do you hold? Is it counseling? Is it speaking roles? Is it services that you render, or are the partnerships that you actually orchestrate? So this is where I personally do most of my work. So you don't need to be famous. Yeah, for me, I don't like to be famous. I even don't like to be, under the under the limelight. I prefer to be in the dim light. So you need to be known by the right 2,000 people, not by the not by the wrong 2 million people. So often this is where small creators find biggest checks. They chase to get the numbers. No, get the right ones, and then they will start paying for followers. They start enticing, no, or they start derailing from what they do, because they understand that if they want the numbers, they will have to derail from the reality. No, don't do that. Okay, so you need to be known by the right 2,000 people. You don't need more than 2,000 people. And averagely, science shows that an average human being meets about 3,600 people new people every year. Okay, so just get the right people that knows what you do. Now, pick by what you love to do. How do you pick? You need to ask yourself this question. How do I pick my choices? Who do I want to entertain? Who do I want to teach? What do I want to solve? Okay. So entertainers run on attention actually, but teachers run on audience. Like we look at the three models. We have the attention, we have the audience, we have the authority. So entertainers, they are actually after the attention, but teachers run on audience. Then solvers run on authority, and there is no right answer to this. Okay, it depends on where you fall, which line is yours. Okay, so there is really no right answer to this. There is only one that fits the way you actually work. So you need to choose which one fits your model, fits you very, much. And then we are on the last part, okay, part 10. How do you become non-online fast? And by fast, I mean 12 months, not 12 days. Some of people will like to, okay, I need to be non today, I need to be non tomorrow. No, how can you be non in 12 months, not 12 days? Anyone selling you 12 days is selling you a course. Okay, you can finish course in 12 days. So here is the whole formula. Okay, repetition, is the key thing. So repetition, time recognition, you know repetition times recognition times reach. This is what you need. Repetition is how often do you show up? How often? Or the recognition is whether people remember you after they see you once. That is the recognition. Reach is how many new people you put in front every other week or every week. So don't miss any factor. Okay, don't miss any of this factor. Multiply this by zero. All the three together. That's how speed happens. You need to repeat. You need to be recognized. You need to have the reach. Don't miss any of this factor. All right. Now, when we talk about repetition, right? Repetition without recognition is just a noise. Okay, you are just disturbing people. If people are not recognizing you, you keep on doing the same thing. It's So stop chasing the variable that you don't control, because so recognition without reach is just a hobby, right? So reach without also repetition is one bit harder. You need the whole equation to fit in. And here's the secret: you can control the very first two completely, that is repetition and recognition. You can control them, but reach is one platform's decide. Is this the one that the platform decide? So stop worrying about reach. Get the first two perfect, reach will find you automatically. All right. So you don't have the algorithm. You don't control the algorithm. The platforms control the algorithm. Okay. So give the first two the perfect, and the reach will get to where you are. All right. So here is your 90-day plan. As I mentioned, you need to work this in the next 90 days. Day 1 to 30. The life challenge we covered. I talk about the life challenge every day, 20 minutes, 30 days. So the 30 days, that is the 31 to 60 days, you need to repurpose every live that you did into a clip. So you don't need to do that. You don't need to always be there. You can continue to be there, but you need to repurpose those live that you are able to do for 30 days, repurpose them into clips, into posts, into threads. Okay, so one live can be 10 pieces of content. For example, today we're spending 1 hour, right? So you can repurpose it into 20 days content. Okay, so day 61 to 90, you need to start booking conversations, DMs, calls, live with other creators. So by day 90, you are no longer a stranger in your niche. You are just a master of your niche. So this is something that you need to do. This is the plan that you need to take. This is what you need to do. Run live challenges, 30 minutes every day for the next 30 days. 31 day, you start repurposing those live. So one live, you repurpose it into 10 pieces. Okay, post it, status, threads, reels, and so on and so forth. So your output gets 10 times without, filming more. So you don't need to spend time filming and editing because you are repurposing something that you have already recorded. So a quick recap of the 10 parts so that you can screenshot one slide and remember everything. So read through it, and save it. The whole session in 10 lines. Brand is the impression that stays after you leave the room. 95% quit before they post 50 videos. And I tell you, don't do that. Then you need to answer this question: who are you doing it for? What are you doing it for? Where are you, until all of these three sentences are into one? That is your brand. Then your first 100 videos are the tuition. You pay for it. Okay, so don't sell from day one. Teach for 90 days, and then the remaining 10 days you can do yourselves. Then, I mentioned the numbers don't matter most. 1,000 fans that can pay for $100 each will give you what you need, more than a million fans. So you need to build the right audience. So go live every day for 30 days and the same time on the same platform. Give 10 times for every one ask. Before you ask one favor or the other from your audience, give them 10 times. Okay? Attention, audience, and authority. Just pick one. Then repetition multiplied by recognition multiplied by reach will, you don't have control over the last one, but you have control over the first two. So repeat, make sure that you are recognized. The reach will find you because you don't have control over it, but the platforms. So the algorithm will make those come to you. Now, here's what I want you to do in the next 24 hours. Pick one platform. You don't have to stream, at the same time. Like I'm streaming currently on 4 different platforms at the same time. So here is what I want you to do. In the next 24 hours, pick one platform that you go live on, set the time, put it in your calendar, and tell us in the chat what's the topic of your first stream. And that's the commitment. That is what matters. Once you say it out loud, it's real. Drop your handle below, and I will follow you and I'll watch what you are going to do. Thank you very much. I enjoy the rest of your evening. See you next time.